Welcome to our webinar, Finishing Touches. We are excited to have all of you joining us today. My name is Connie Watson. I'm the Program Director with Parent and Family Relations, working with our academic colleges and programming. Joining me today is Brianna Valdivia, Event Coordinator, also with Parent and Family Relations. This webinar is part of our Red Raider Family webinar series where we share information on topics of interest to parents, families, and supporters of our students. We hope this webinar will help ease your mind with some of the beginning of the semester reminders, some talking points and opportunities for your students as they begin the fall semester. We plan to keep the webinar to about 30 minutes. And we hope to have time for questions at the end of our session. So feel free to use the Zoom Q&A feature to ask questions throughout the presentation, and we will get to those as time allows at the end. We'll also share contact information so you can follow up as needed. We are recording this session and posting it and the slides to our website, so you'll be able to review again later or share with others. We will also email the recording link to the email you used to register for this webinar. So let's get started. In Parent and Family Relations, we know that college is a transition not only for your student, but for you as family members and student supporters as well. We believe that you are key partners in your students' success, and our office is here to make sure you have the information regarding the resources that your student needs to succeed. Please double check the Red Raider Family Network College Communities, read through our monthly newsletter, or watch one of our webinars. Those are found on our webpage. Our contact information is shown here. Go ahead and bookmark our webpage. Connect with us on your phone contacts. We are here to help and support you as you support your student. Okay, let's move on to dining plans. I know a lot of us have questions about how much our student is eating and do they need more, do they need less? Just know that the last day to make a change to your student's meal plan is September the 19th. However, dining bucks can be added at any time. We are headed into our fourth full week, so your student may have established an eating pattern. So now is a good time to visit with them before the 19th of September to determine if a change is needed. Please encourage them to branch out and explore all the dining opportunities on campus. For more information, you'll want to visit the hospitality webpage for specific information regarding changing the dining plan. Should your student have a request dealing with maintenance in their housing dorm and room, that goes through the Fix-It app form, which is found on the housing website. Students can complete and submit for issues within housing. You may also want to encourage them to check in with their RA to make sure if that housing situation has been already reported. Another thing you may want to try and do while we've entered into this second month of the fall semester, you may want to send a package or 2 or 3, and you can visit the housing website to determine how to send mail and packages. Students love surprises from home, and it usually comes just when they need it the most. Trust your gut and send when you think is a good time. Remember that the postcards from home that you completed during orientation or during move-in will be sent around the second week of October. But as we know, our students really love getting mail any time of the year. You probably have had a couple of phone calls already with your student. Well-being is something that we take very seriously here at Texas Tech. Remember to listen between the lines, as that's imperative in helping support your students. They don't always say what they're feeling, but you as a student support system sometimes are able to understand what they're trying to say without them having to say it. On the screen, we have a couple of well-being talking points, like checking in on how they're sleeping. Adjusting to a roommate in a residence hall is different. The sounds are different than home, so it may take a while for your student to adjust. Make sure that you're checking in with them to make sure that they're getting enough rest. Also, sometimes roommates make different sounds, and just getting adjusted to having someone else in the room is something that you'll want to have a conversation with your student about. Along with that, the climate in Lubbock changes all the time. A couple of weeks ago, we were in upper hundreds. This week, we've been in the 70s and 80s. And along with that comes sickness, illness, and things like that. So your student may start to feel a little sluggish. They may not feel as good as they may have when the beginning of the semester started. And also allergies are really big right now. So you'll want to make sure that they know where the student health offices are for a complete wellness check or something like that. Also, there's a complete pharmacy for those little over-the-counter needs. There are a couple of pharmacies across the street, across the university, and of course, Walmart's within a couple of blocks here. Because it's been so hot lately, for those of you whose students like to work out or run outside or bike, because it's been so hot, you may want to think about encouraging them to check out our campus rec center. Over at the rec center, they have full weightlifting areas, as well as, a gym to play basketball and things like that. But they also have things like yoga and Pilates and kickboxing. There's also other group fitness classes, and it's a great way to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. It's also a great way to meet friends, shared interests, having a yoga class, getting out of the dorm, getting to meet people. The rec center is a great place for that. Intramural sports will start gearing up here pretty quick, and that's another way your student can stay healthy and get involved and also meet other people with shared interest. For those warm days, the leisure pool and the lazy river are open through mid-October. Our indoor facility, the aquatic center, will open in mid-October for those who may want to continue water-related fitness programming. The rec center is open 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. daily, so you'll want to check their websites for other hours specific to the lazy river and the rock climbing wall and things like that. Now, as I said earlier, we are moving into our 4th week, which means academics are full on our minds right now. Your students should have a pretty good feel for their classes and their professors. Their syllabuses have been reviewed for deadlines and assignments, and they understand grading policies and the attendance policy, along with an exam and final schedule. All of these dates have been put in planners and on phones, and they've got them on the whiteboard calendar, and your students are organized, right? Well, one can hope, and certainly one can encourage students to take some time to get a visual representation somewhere regarding the expectations of their classes and courses. If they aren't good at stuff like that, encourage your student to visit with their college success specialist or a university academic coach. Academic advisors may also have some insight on how to navigate major specific courses, as well as connect students with other resources available to them. Tutoring is found in the residence halls and the Learning Center in Drain Hall, which is just north of Horn Knapp. Our undergraduate writing center is ready to help students needing a boost in their writing, and they are located in Weeks Hall, which is located right off main entrance of campus. If your student is taking online classes, you may want to explore how they feel they are handling their coursework and if they're setting aside enough time to get it done. I'm sure you've had a couple of conversations about professors and how their classes are. Remember that the academic expectations are different than they were in high school, as well as the instructor-professor personalities. A lot of times your student may not really get to know their professor because they're in a group of 300 other students. But what I would do is I would encourage them to visit with their professor during office hours. You can learn a lot about an instructor by going to their office, like if they like plants, or if they have a penchant for Marvel comics, or if they have grandchildren, or if they're really, really messy. I mean, anything that kind of humanizes that professor instructor is something that's really, really important to your student understanding that we're all in this together and we're all in there to help them learn what they need to do to be successful in their chosen field. Learning to adjust is an important life skill, so encourage your student to visit with the professors, even the ones they don't really connect with. Honestly, it'll give them an opportunity to learn something about the person behind the lecture and find out that they aren't so bad after all. I mentioned earlier about our student success specialist. This is a holistic support system on campus that helps your student determine what resources will help them the most. These professionals are assigned to each of the colleges. They are in addition as an addendum, not an addendum really, but a support system for your student that goes beyond academics. Yes, they can help with academics, but their academic advisor, your student's academic advisor, is the person they need to go to when they have an academic question. If they're just needing to talk about how they're handling their classes or time management, or they need a resource for a specific how to get involved, things like that, they're going to want to go to their student success specialist. Sometimes they can help a student realize that an academic issue isn't necessarily academic, that more of, say, for example, a sleep issue or a time management issue. Our students are prepared to be here, but sometimes they just need another person to say, hey, you've got this. What if you tried this or that? Student success specialists are connectors and cheerleaders and accountability partners. Remember, academic advising and the student success specialists love to hear from your student. But when it comes to academics, they are the frontline resource for your student. So now I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Brianna Valdivia, to visit with you about some of our upcoming events. So take it away, Brianna.
All right, so as you attended orientation and you've seen us for these events, and if you follow us on social media, you know that we have been very actively promoting Family Weekend. Family Weekend is a great opportunity for you to come to Lubbock, visit campus, and kind of experience those Texas Tech traditions. Family Weekend at Texas Tech has been a tradition since 1936, and this year, September 27th, 28th, and 29th will be the weekend that we're hosting Family Weekend. On Saturday, we will have a Texas Tech versus Cincinnati football game, and there has yet to be a time for that game. But as soon as we do have a time, we will be updating all of our calendars and letting you all know on social media. So just follow us to stay tuned for that information. We really want to get all that stuff out to you so you can best plan accordingly. If for some reason you're not able to join us for Family Weekend, we completely understand, and we still want you to make the most of your visit. So we've got Family Days. This resource is a calendar that we've pretty much created specifically for parents and families so that you can make your own family weekend whenever you come to Lubbock to make the most out of your experience. For example, try looking at this calendar when you're planning a visit, because we've got lots of things on here from now until the end of the year of just stuff that's going on in the community and on campus as well. Consider coming on the first Friday at the beginning of the month. We do have First Friday Art Trail. Now this happens on the first Friday of each month. There's going to be food trucks, live music, lots of wonderful art. Consider using this as an opportunity for you to go as a family, have your student go for the first time, or if they've gone already, they can go show you what their favorite parts of this event is. Another opportunity for you to come this semester is going to be homecoming. There is going to be a Texas Tech game versus Baylor. The date has also not been announced yet, and that'll be October 19th. And then another really great one, and this one is my favorite, is going to be Carol of Lights. Right now, our tentative date for that is December 8th. Lots of really cool things to do around that time frame. You got lights that are covering all of Memorial Circle area, and it's just beautiful. So if you're considering coming towards the end of the year and just want to make a visit to try to experience something like that, consider using that calendar just to plan the most for your activities and things like that. We also have this QR code on the screen, and that'll take you directly to a page on our website that's got that calendar for you. All right, for Family Weekend, we are bringing back the Red Ryder Family Brunch. So last year we did have Family Weekend and it was just Friday and Saturday, and this year we've added back Sunday. So what we're doing is kind of having the opportunity for you to stop by and grab brunch before you head on back home. Now, this is a ticketed event. It's going to be $10.50 per person. This event is being hosted by Hospitality Services and Parent and Family Relations, and it's going to be from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. We've got lots of really fun things on the menu: scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits and gravy, potatoes, fruit. We've got a toaster bar, coffee, orange juice, iced tea, and a mimosa cocktail. This can be really fun for you all to just kind of sit and de-wind after the game and all the events that you attended, to just kind of say bye to your student again, wish them well for the rest of their semester, and then y'all can take back off to wherever you need to go. So tickets are going to be limited on this. So if you are interested, please, please buy your ticket in advance. They are selling out pretty quickly. So I've got some highlight calendars here for you on the screen. On Friday, we've got lots of really fun things for you to do. We do have a lot of free events, and there are a few ticketed events as well. We've got College Connect, which is going to be the Red Raider Explorer Challenge for the little ones, kind of get them interested in college and doing some sort of a scavenger hunt. There's Family Weekend Cookout with intercultural education and engagement. We've got our information desk and our Red Raider family block party. That's going to be at Drain Hall. This is going to be where you can kind of interact with all your student success team that we've talked about over and over throughout orientation. There's also going to be Derek Hughes. He's a stand-up magician. He'll be performing at the Allen Theater from 7 to 9. He was on American Idol, I believe. So it'll be a cool experience if you'd like to stop by with your family to do that. And then we have some student organizations that are also putting on events throughout campus, one being Raider Paranormal, and they talk about all the ghosty things. So they're having a family-friendly ghost hunt that also will take off from the sub. So please take a moment to look over our calendar and everything we've put on there so far. On Saturday, we've got lots and lots of tailgating for you to go to. We've got First Gen, we've got Davis College. There's going to be lots of other groups that are also tailgating in that Raider Alley, which is in that engineering key. So go ahead, and if you want to experience that, take a walk through. There's usually live entertainment. There's food and drinks and all sorts of things. Stop there before you head on your way to the game. Just a really cool experience, a different feeling. So definitely check that out. And then on Sunday, of course, we've got that Red Raider family brunch. And then before you head out, if you hadn't yet, we do have the National Ranting Heritage Center that is going to be having tours available for you to take. Now you can kind of go at these at your own pace. We also have the rec center and the leisure pool that will be accessible to you all weekend. So definitely take some time to go visit those facilities in case you didn't the last time you were here. Another thing we also wanted to bring up to your attention was the break shuttle bus trips. You can buy a ticket for this already. There are tickets on sale. These tickets go to Austin, Dallas, El Paso, San Antonio, and Houston. So if your student's not quite sure how they're getting back home for Thanksgiving, something to note is that those round trip airplane tickets can get pretty expensive, even just the one-way tickets. We've seen them get up to $600 just for a one-way. So we partner with Break Shuttle to pretty much offer you a safer option. Now, this is going to be about the same cost as a Greyhound, but it is going to be safer for your students. So you're not going to be with a bunch of random people from all over the city and all the cities that it stops at. It is just going to be Texas Tech students, and this does leave after classes. So once classes are over, we have this shuttle that's going to be taking them back home. And then they'll have to buy a ticket going either way. So one way that way and then one way this way, but it's not going to make all of those stops along the way. So it's not going to take as long. So if this is an option you're considering, tickets are on sale. And if you scan that QR code, you'll be able to go to Break Shuttle's website and see how much those cost. It does range depending on city. All right, so if you had any questions or anything like that, please feel free to drop those in the Q&A feature. If you're looking at this once this is recorded and you have any additional questions on this webinar, please feel free to contact us at Parent and Family Relations. Our email is at parent@ttu.edu. And then if you all don't mind taking our quick survey, this is just going to let us know if the information we gave to you, you felt was relevant, or if there's something you wish we would have covered, or if there's something you're interested in seeing in a future webinar. Go ahead and throw that in the comment section there. We'd love to hear it, and we're always available for you if you need anything. So just let us know.